At all. My computer just
Also,
started.
That's
can you
fine.
guys hear me?
We're just starting.
Can you
All
guys
right.
hear me?
I can't hear. Wait, why does my computer keep doing? Wait, what the?
I used to have a favorite music box, and the melody would remind me of my beloved Tatiana. It was a magical music box and never needed to be wound, and it would be able to play this beautiful melody over and over and over again. The same melody over and over and over. And that is the hell that I now find myself in. A favorite melody that reminds you of hope is a prison, and nothing can torture a soul quite like hope can. You have brought a brief moment of rest for the villagers of Barovia. The numbers of zombies that had been steadily growing, but now you feel confident that you have found what is at the cause. The villagers are now starting to come out of their homes and venture out and interact with each other. And did you cast Firebolt at the music box? Is that what you did?
No, I'm trying to see if this arcane focus worked, and it's not.
Isn't that the +1 that's happening there?
Oh no, yeah, okay.
Yep, I fixed it before I logged off last time. So is there any issues that are happening with character sheets or anything that you feel like needs to be changed up at this time?
I can't tell you because I have not even opened Chrome yet.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
So I have no idea. But if you want to take a look at it, that'd be cool.
At least I think I know what's wrong. You need a new computer.
Oh my gosh, we're not doing that again. We are not going into I need a new computer talk again yet.
Yeah.
Sound good?
So now's a good time. So yeah, have you considered getting a new computer for your daughter, Nick?
That's
a good idea.
Prodigy.
So with the sun seems to shine a little brighter in the village of Barovia today.
Wait, the sun is shining?
Yeah, you can see the. It's almost like it looks similar to when it's a really foggy day, or if there's a lot of dust in the air, or those times that we had the fires that were where the smoke was actually coming down from the forest fires that we're having, and you have that orangish kind of glow. There is a muting to the sunlight that happens with the mists that are constantly there. It's not the same thick gray mist that you see just off into the horizon that you had walked away from, where you found yourself in the as you had exited the Durst mansion, or the one that had creeped in on you as you were approaching the mansion when you were in Waterdeep. But there is always this haze to the sky, but it does seem brighter today. A change that I'm making to the way that we had ended was that Dow does not get pulled into the midst, only because if you were good characters, that would be probably the primary focus of everything that you would be concerning you at that point, is where the heck did our friend go? So what instead he seems somewhat preoccupied, but is still present for the most part, and then we'll find out what happens to him. But he's fairly quiet during this time. All right, so what is the plan of action that is going to happen today?
Well, I think for starters, we discussed we were going to purify the well, because, as you know, it can confirm that this well is on a closed loop, essentially between the one in the house and the back of the property.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and move everybody to the map of Barovia, and so you can see on the map the small little circlets that are the wells, and just like that area north of Rummenkel, where there was those holes that you would see in the ground. Those were all just vents for each of the an underground kind of river passage, and the wells are all connected to that same stream that is essentially moving through the layers of clay and sediment rock that has been worn away. So that particular well that you're at had the most concentrated contamination, and the other wells were also affected by it, but those that used this well, that's where the concentration of sickness had really come from.
Let's see.
But if you're like looking at how many times you'd have to cast Purify Water,
yeah,
go ahead and put Purify Water in the chat, and we'll kind of play with
that's
it.
what I'm
there.
looking for.
Corbus, I think, had some things that he wanted to do.
I was going to make grates that could be placed over the wells so corpses couldn't end up in there, and everybody would get, people would get a key.
Yeah. So in examining the wells, there is, like, it's surprising that kids are able to come over and be able to fetch water. The coverings for the wells are not, there's not a lid on them, and there's sometimes not even a structure over the top of them to keep debris out, but they are fairly tall. They're, if you wanted to grab water, you would have to the lid or the opening for the well is above your head.
So you're saying I'm going to have to get a step stool anytime I want to do anything in this town? Okay, that's the first thing I'm doing then.
But what that also prevents, though, is people or kids accidentally falling down the well, or from a deer or a wolf coming by and falling into the well. It doesn't take much of an
concerned about
investigation.
kids and wolves and deer.
It
I'm
doesn't.
more concerned
But
about zombies.
It doesn't take too much of an investigation check to figure out, though, that the zombies did not fall into the well.
Yeah, they were put
Which means they came through the interconnected tunnels that this.
Or, I mean, you were able to fit down in there. It's not like they just accidentally bumped into the well and fell down.
No, I'm doing it so I want to lock them so that only like people in the village have access to the wells. Someone's not sneaking into town going, bloop, there goes a corpse.
Got it.
Are you saying that the zombies are going in on purpose, though? Is that what?
No, I'm thinking somebody is putting them in there.
Okay, I thought that's what.
That is keeping an eye on us.
Oh, okay. I see.
Hey, can we review that note again too? Because I think we might have it backwards. I think the town is trying to hire us. Why would there be a note about all the stuff we can do and whether or not we can fight in a sack of gold coins? They're trying to hire us.
Yeah, but
Or the gold,
it isn't.
somebody who was spying on us
for somebody else because we came out of
Ooh, very
the house
true.
of doom. Corvus is more than a little paranoid right now. A door recently tried to eat him.
That's fair, Corvus. That's fair. So purify water, all non-magical food and drink within 5-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range is purified and rendered free of poison and disease. And it is instantaneous. So what I would look at is that there is likely a more expanded version of this particular and not to make it up, but like a blessing ritual that is done for a new body, a new well and things like that, that in order to purify a larger body of water. And so I would say with the expenditure, and that's a level 1 spell, correct?
Yeah.
With the expenditure of 2 spell slots that you are able to purify the water and also within a 5-foot sphere radius, but also have it be extending beyond and continuing to spread that purification into the as it dilutes into the rest of the water stream.
I'm with you. Got it. I think it might be a temporary thing, though. I don't know. There's trouble afoot, gang. And did we also want to let our humble hosts know that we've been gracious for their hospitality, but so as not to impose, we've taken up residence at the blacksmith's house now that it has been cleansed. Or I assume that's where the conversation came from about the music box when we went to go notify what's his name and his sister.
Yeah, so the openings like that are actually just weird introductions with Strahd and things that are on his mind. So that's for player knowledge. It's not actually
firebolting the music box.
You firebolted the music box. Outstanding. Yeah. Roll for initiative. No.
I can't select.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go change into a warlock real quick.
Yeah,
I think that would go much better.
To show up too.
Yeah. So, like the end of Endgame, there's just little spirals opening up and characters walking out.
Portal. I mean, Loki's gonna at some point gonna be able to cast portal. Plan.
On your left. Me too.
Yeah, but the Me Too is for Crossed because he's been sexually harassing ladies all over the multiverse.
I don't think that we are live. Come on.
No.
My daughter.
We were live there too.
Sometimes. All right. So the order of business is the purification of the well. In order to do that, you need a long rest. You'll need a long rest in order to be able to switch out that spell.
Correct.
Corvus, if you want to go ahead and roll for doing some handiwork on these coverings, I would say that it's going to take 3 successes, and you get 3 chances to make successes a day, or make rolls a day, and a critical fail is kind of screws up one of your creations, and a 20 gives you 2 for that situation. So let's see. What am I rolling? That's a good question. And that's what I'm about to answer here in just a moment. I want you to roll your crafting skill, which I'm going to put at.
Because did we get a long rest from between sessions?
No, you had just come out of the you were just out of the well on the last of the session. So but you were
which you had tied to it, because I would think it'd be my blacksmithing tools.
Yeah, go ahead and see what that ends up rolling when you hit that.
What's an input value like strength, dex, con, obviously. So which one do you want me to roll it at, with strength or?
No, I would say with intelligence or with intelligence.
Cool.
All right, so an 11 is a success because we're just doing 10 or above. Go ahead and roll again.
Hold on. Yeah, worry about it later. Smith's tools. That's that. Intelligence.
Success.
And Smith tools. Smith.
And that's a success. So you'll be able to get all three created. Am I still on? You'll be able to get all three created tomorrow once you've had that. But that'll be where your efforts are at.
So I suppose since we're coming right out of the well. Can you hear me? Am I muted?
I can hear you.
Now, are you waiting for me to talk, Nick? Is that what you're doing?
It seemed like it. Or he just muted himself.
I don't know what's happening.
He's not muted. But
I was just going to say, to clarify my action, because I wasn't sure. I in my own head, I wasn't clear if we had come right out of a rest or if we had just come right where we ended last time. Then I would assume that we would make notification to both the preacher in town as well as our hosts before I would anyway notify the pastor that the blacksmith's house is clear, notify our hosts that we're going to clean this up, and he's gone, or he's back. I'm just going to shut up until he's
actually back.
This is awesome.
No, I mean, look at it this way. At least he's not killing us right now.
That is true. Though you look creepy as shit right now.
Can you hear me at all?
No, yeah, I can hear you fine.
Like, oh wait. Hello.
Oh, we can hear him now.
Hello.
This is so weird.
It's weird.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think he could hear us.
Apparently not.
So anyway, I don't want to be stepping on it. Not to step on anybody's toes here, but is that all right? Is what I was saying, that I'm going to go notify the minister that we cleared the house. We're going to, and then notify our friends, that our hosts, that we're going to take up residence here to impose on them. And then tomorrow I will purify the wells.
All right. So I caught the majority of that. So taking the long rest now.
Yeah, but I'm going to make the notification to the pastor or the town preacher that we cleared the blacksmith house, and then I want to tell our hosts also tonight before I rest.
Okay. Then let's go ahead and go with going to talk to the you go to talk to the priest, and he is not answering the door.
Crap.
I poke the door.
The door actually starts to swing open.
I just straight up stab it with my spear then, because
Oh.
now that's
Oh.
stressing me out.
Oh,
So you divine sense. You do not sense, and you actually walked through the town a little bit, I'm guessing, with divine sense on, looking for additional zombies. There are a few houses that still have a few zombies in them. They have been boarded up and seem to be secure. But the but there is that general scent of that zombie presence that is lingering. But you are most concerned that there at the church, you do not get the sense that it is consecrated.
Oh,
what does consecrated mean?
blessed.
Freya, with your passive perception, you are able to hear a distinct sound coming from within the church. It is very slight, but
Like what kind of sound? Can I ask?
like that sound exactly.
Excusez-moi? Okay.
Oh,
Is
we
this
don't
some
got
like
the
the
weird-
original Martin Luther type stuff from Catholicism?
Look at my cat.
You know?
I have to
I
cover
was
his
more
ears.
concerned that it was the albino from the Da Vinci Code.
Oh. Well, no time for words. I'm going in the church.
All right. Who is following?
I'll go.
I'll follow.
I will follow as well. The dog will stay outside.
Let me go ahead and bring some tokens.
Olivia, let the actual dog inside.
Damn it.
And what's the matter?
Just the player in me goes, I jumped the gun. The character in me goes, ha ha!
Got it. So, with the door now open and ajar, I believe that it is not yet dark. So I am going to go ahead and adjust this. Daylight mode's supposed to be on for this. All right, there we go. So with daylight mode on, you are able to. What's that?
Is all the black just the angles then? Yeah.
The black is the angles now. Yep.
Okay.
Because I'm
So-
all
I can see.
I can't see the map
Or
yet.
Miss, you're all black.
yeah.
Mine's
Hold on
reloading.
1 second. Corbus, would you like to have vision?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
There we go.
Overrated.
What was her name? Lady Scrumpulous? What was it?
That's what I call my
Uh,
wife.
That was.
Sorry,
yes,
we're
this is where we
we're
were.
live.
This is where we were at before. Yes, when we played
Yeah.
our mini game. All right. So now that you're inside, the two of you are also able to hear this sound of the mortification of the flesh, and are able to see Father Donovich at the altar, and he has his vestibules open, and
what?
his garments, his
Oh, like his robes.
holy,
Yeah.
his holy priestly robes that are off over his shoulders, and he is not a fit man. This guy could definitely get into a gym. He has the normal pasty
Got it.
white skin. Okay, got it. All right, and then
he's got the body of Lejeune. Got it.
Yep, and he has a long reed that he is whipping himself with while muttering incantations. And it's not arcana. You would be able to tell the difference. He is speaking prayers and is calling upon the morning lord.
Who? The Morning Wood?
The morning lord.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And
moving in.
his position is actually on this side. When you come into the chapel area there, it looks like it does on the screen of being destroyed. There have been the attacks. I mean, you saw similar types of damage to Irina's house.
Sure.
But this is on the inside.
I want to speak to the man.
He startles as soon as you come up to him, and he turns with his reed like he's going to use it as a sword. It is not impressive.
Easy, friend.
Roll for initiative.
We are currently not doing services.
Whatever it is that troubles you is this is no means to deal with it, friend.
I
we
need
can
you
pray together.
I need you, and he starts to Bruce. He starts to try to push you, and usher you out. Would you like to try not to have that happen?
I would like to
Yes.
attack the priest.
No.
What? You're outside still.
Yeah,
attacked
I'm
the
gonna
priest.
not. I'm
Just
gonna
because I
not.
can't move my character. I followed though. I went inside.
So he rolled a 10 for his strength roll. If you would like to see how much he's even moving you, you can roll a contending strength roll, or you can do an acrobatics an acrobatics check too. Okay, so he does grab your arm and we do not have services today, and starts to usher you out, and then sees the size of Alexander.
Stop this
bodyguard behind me.
nonsense at once. Would you like me to make a persuasion or an intimidation roll?
Whichever one you'd want to be doing at this time. Okay, so it's not intimidating. It comes off actually too genuine. You're not scaring him, but
Sure.
you do have his attention.
Father, what is it that troubles you?
He constantly keeps looking over into this corner, the right hand corner of the, and and he just starts to sob and weep. That may have it is obviously an emotional pain and not the huge gashes that he has put into his back. And then you start to hear another voice. And this voice comes somewhat distantly and is difficult to hear at first. It seems to be traveling up from the ground. Father, Father. And it is the sound of a female, but it seems to be distorted by going through the a hole in the corner of the church.
Which corner?
The corner that you
Right?
spoke of earlier.
Yes.
Okay.
What is
Father,
that? Father, what is that? Who
he
is that?
He is sobbing and retching in distress even more. He is nearly catatonic with his emotional distress. I am so hungry. Oh, that last meal was so tasty. He wasn't old like the others or gross and smelly like those stray cats, Father. They made my tummy hurt. Father, can you bring me something to eat? I'll sing a song for you, your favorite.
And where can we discern? Is there some way to get to where that's coming from?
You could continue to move around. There are closed doors that you'd be able to open up. And while you are continuing to investigate, trying to find a doorway, you hear the most eerily sweet version of You Are My Sunshine being sung. So, which door would you like to go to first? You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You'll find the door once you go to it and I open. It may be in one of those rooms to the south. You make me happy
Yeah, I'm going on this door.
when skies are gray. I will open up that door for you.
Can I open?
All right, those doors, nothing. In those doors, you find the most depressing bedroom that you've ever experienced. You don't have to search very much to realize that there's no doors. It seems solid, and the sound seems to be coming from if there is a basement to this place.
Oh yeah, right in here.
It's
Found it.
where'd
Come
you
here.
go?
You're
Oh,
sitting
now
right in the
the-
door.
Now the sound is stronger, and you hear the voice. I smell them, Father. Tasty, tasty treats. I smell a boy. Oh, bring me to him, bring him to me. Oh, I'm starving for a good meal.
Well, here we go.
All right, let's take a moment to. Elise, are you still having some difficulty with getting in?
I can see nothing.
All right, let's find out why that is. I didn't realize that you could just see nothing. All right, how you seeing now?
Are you so for real? It was you the whole time.
All right, that was.
It was your
Of course,
fault.
it was me. You should
Anybody
have
know why I
actually.
got a dex save and a charisma save button at the top of my
Don't
screen
question
now?
it. Don't question it.
So those I created some buttons for me to be able to more easily when I have like the zombie hordes that I had yesterday be able to do a group. So all you'd have to do is click your token, and you could click on one of those, and it would do a charisma,
Nice.
wisdom, or dex save for you. There might also be. Do you have an initiative button too?
No.
No, you created macros.
Yep, I just created those macros. So.
All right, thanks.
Yep, you bet.
Nice.
All right, so the plan of action is to go forth.
Yeah. Can I cast Bardic
Yeah, that's-
Inspiration for Alexander really fast?
Yes. So we'll go ahead and any other prep that you would want to do before going down into the basement.
I mean, I figure I'll light a torch.
All right.
Yeah, we don't have Dial to give them night vision, dark vision.
Correct. All right, so I'm going to
And
go ahead and copy your tokens.
Well, shit. Sorry, gang.
Just needed
I
one
think
more
it's-
long rest.
I think it's great
You think what's great?
that you've all decided to come down.
Imagine the main villain's like the priest. That'd be funny, guys.
It always is.
All right, so as you come down, it is the undercroft of the church is not nearly as clean as this picture would make you think. This is the worst of basements. It is the combination of a crawl space and a
Morgue?
and a basement. There does seem to be graves that are down underneath the church. These do seem to be places of honor that have been bestowed. The cements or the stone slabs that cover the graves are intact, but the markers and the holy symbols that may have been on top of them have been destroyed and lay in shambles. There is lots and lots of places for something to hide, and there are lots and lots of sounds of scurrying rats and things moving in the shadows that cause you to constantly jump. And the little bit of light that you had from the open door suddenly is snuffed out as it is closed, and you hear the chain come across the doorway.
Excellent.
And the father, still weeping, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Come out of hiding, you wretch. We are here to banish you back to whatever hell you came from.
Oh my. You are a big one. Oh, are
That's
we
what
going to
she
play
said.
a game? Are we going to play a game? Oh, yes, we are. At this time, go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh
No.
Hey, even though we just came downstairs, can I still use sneak attack?
So you would need to have something that gives you advantage on the roll in order to get sneak attack damage. You have steady aim, which you can use as a bonus action, which always
I
gives you
also
advantage on the roll.
have assassinate now that I'm level 3, but I
Right,
have to
so
be in sneak.
It
I have to be
be able to get. You have to be able to be. You have to be able to get sneak attack damage. Yes.
We're saying the
So
same
that's
thing,
a bonus.
right?
Yep. Right.
Okay.
So you just have to have.
Okay.
So you have to have advantage on the roll. So whenever there is a ally that was within 5 feet of that enemy, you have advantage on the roll. If you are stealth, you have advantage on the roll, and if you use steady aim, you have advantage on the roll. All right. So everybody has rolled for initiative, and we are able to start the turn order. Let's go ahead and have a little bit of music. All right. So first up, you hear the sound of skittering and movement from where you last heard that voice, which seemed to be coming from up in this area. Or up in this area, the reverberation of this area is quite difficult. You can use an action to be able to do a perception roll in order to be able to try to find her. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until she's able to come out of hiding. One thing I am going to do, though, is I'm going to roll her action of stealth while she was moving to see if it's above everybody's She does have in this area, though, because she has been hunting down here for a while, advantage on stealth rolls. And does anyone have a passive perception above 26?
Yes.
All right.
No, I don't.
Not even remotely close.
How do you check that?
Yeah.
It's on your character sheet.
It's on your character sheet. I know most of your passive perceptions.
It's right under your skills and stats.
And yours is 13.
Yeah, I know.
I was talking to Bruce. Sorry, Bruce's is 13.
What's mine?
Oh, got it.
15. All right, so that was her turn. Corbus, you're up next.
You said perception?
Yes. All right, and 18 doesn't do it. Do you want to make any movement, or do you want to stay close to the party?
I'm gonna move there. That way, if I pop a sword burst, I'm not within range of the party.
All right, so moved over to that location there outside the 5 feet radius, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up is Alexander.
And where did she audibly come from last time?
From this
That could
end of the this end of the room, it's reverberating, so you're not exactly sure. But that was also where you had heard, you had seen that there was a crack in the floor when you had moved over there,
Sure.
and so it's almost like a little vent, that like lets gas escape from the tombs down here, or used as an incense burner, and that's what she was calling up into to her father.
No, that's embarrassing. You just said you want to see it, and then
All right, I'm gonna hold my action, or I'll ready my action.
All right, what is your ready action?
My readied action will be to attack. Can I ready a bonus action?
You cannot.
If a spell has a casting time of a bonus action, can you still cast it as an action?
According to Tom, no. What is the bonus action?
Compelled duel.
I am different than Tom. I would say that is something that you can prepare. That you could prepare that as a bonus action.
Well, how's the spell worded?
Here, I'll drop it in the chat. Because I have to see her.
Yeah, okay, yes. That was what I was wondering about.
Yep. So you're waiting to see her. So you're in the midst of having that verbal that verbal arcana at the tip of your tongue, ready to go, and just waiting for her to make her appearance. All right.
With that, then, so you can only ready. If it doesn't show up, then I lose the spell slot.
Yes.
That is the case.
2, so the readying of the bonus action is my action then? Is that how you're ruling that?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Good enough.
All right. Freya.
I think that I'm gonna just be ready with my sword as well, and I'm gonna move over to Bruce.
All right. So readying an action with your sword and standing by Bruce. All right, Bruce, it is your action.
So there was a candle in this room, right?
There
Because you said that when we came in.
There's a torch that you currently have down here. That's what's creating the amount of light that you have right now.
Okay.
Okay.
1 second. I really want to cast this and light the room up.
Okay, what is it that you are going to?
It will last until my next turn. If I
Do you want to go ahead and put it into the?
just did.
Now it's dark. Does that take into consideration our dark vision?
Also, yeah, I have dark
I think
vision.
that you're. Oh Jesus! Hold on a
Now I
second.
see at least 2 of me and everybody else.
Come on,
Hey, bud,
control.
how's everything going over there on your side?
It's going great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, shadows are having a little dance party.
A little bit of a dance party. Let me adjust your.
Someone come collect their child from
Yeah,
playing in this
for real.
video.
Pick up your kid.
All right, your default token does not have what I want it to have. So you're 60 feet dark vision, right?
I'll double check it here in a second. I think so. That's where I'm headed. Dark vision. Yeah, 60 feet.
I also have night vision, dark vision.
Everybody but Alexander should.
No, the bard does not.
The bard does not.
Correct.
But I do.
Nope. He's out in the dark. I really want to just put like a glowing ball in the middle of the room, 10 feet in front of me, basically, like in the middle, just in the whole middle of the room. Is that possible?
Not with that particular spell. No, it is not. There is a cantrip called Light that would do that. There's also, I guess you could argue that a illusion spell could create it, but that one can snuff out a candle or it can light a candle, but it cannot.
Or it can make a puff of sparks.
Yeah, so you could do a puff of sparks, but that's just going to be like a flash. So if you want to do that, you could. It might have a negative effect on people's vision.
Okay, then can I do dissonant whispers instead? Since
Dissonant whispers. It has to be a creature of your choice that you can.
That's within range.
Yeah,
So
I know
60
where
feet.
it's at, I think.
Ooh, no, it is not. You whisper a discordant melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear. You can dissonant whisper without being able to see, according to the.
When you cast a spell using a spell. Ooh, wait, hold on. I'm at level 3, right?
No, yeah, but that you don't have third level spell slots yet. All right, so, yeah, let me go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. I got a 22.
No, you didn't. Can't see it.
Oh, you can't see my. Okay, well then that's nice. It's whispering.
I can see it.
All right. Oh, you can see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Guys!
All right, so scroll down your chat there.
I did. It's not glitching.
All right, so yes, we've identified that you do have something that can affect her without having to be able to see her. We also have 2 bruises.
The more the merrier.
All right.
2 of each.
Any movement that you're going to take, or any?
Can I move and can I?
Yeah. So you did your dissonant whisper, which was your action, and you can make a movement as well. Yes.
Can I do bardic inspiration and move, or?
Yes.
Yippee! Okay, I'm gonna cast bardic inspiration.
On who?
Alexander.
Alexander already has Bardic Inspiration. You gave it to him before you came back.
And I'm gonna put it on Corvus.
All right. So Corbus, you also have Bardic Inspiration, and then make sure that you are knocking those off when you use them. So now you have 2 left. And Corbus, Bardic Inspiration to you. And any other, you said you wanted to make some movement?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to move farther to the middle. Like here.
Okay.
Is that cool?
That is cool with me. All right. Oh, and I forgot.
You turned off the light.
No, I forgot courage.
We left him outside.
We left him outside.
It was explicitly stated.
That was on purpose.
Oh, you had explicitly stated that he was left outside of the.
He's guarding the. He's guarding the
door.
Yeah,
he's
well,
actually
outside.
He's not a battle dog. He's a guard dog.
So he's alone. He's alone right now. Is that what I'm hearing?
Just remember what I warned you, Nick.
I like to think that we told him to stay outside, but he definitely slipped in behind Freya.
All right.
So he's on the stairs right now.
All right. So go ahead and if you could roll a. I'm going to go ahead and roll a 1d4.
You were warned.
Come on.
Are we supposed to as well?
No, I got it.
Oh, I knew that. Nice one, buddy. That was a really good one.
All right. And so you hear that sound of laughter that resonates through for a moment, and it seems to be coming from this location, and it continues to reverberate and goes silent. And then directly from behind one of you, Corbus, you hear, "You're a tasty morsel." And out from behind you pops, yes. Go ahead and cast your compelled duel.
I was going to say, can you turn the lights back on?
The lights are off, buddy. My torch is out.
Oh, the torch went out. Oh, that's on the DM layer. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, so if you drag over a torch from the player or from the characters,
okay.
Yep, you'll be able to pull yourself a torch over. All right, so that is where Doru has popped up. You do have the ability to attempt to do your compelled duel.
It's still pitch black for everyone, is it not?
Well, not pitch black. I can see.
Bruce can't see anything. And Bruce has a torch. Also, why'd I put Bruce as my name for this?
That is odd. All right, so let me try to fix Bruce's vision problem before. Did that help, Bruce?
In the bathroom then?
Yep, sure do. Bruce, did that give you vision?
No.
Yes, it did.
Yes, it did?
I can see. Yes, I can see that you have vision now.
Would you like to tell me if this is vision to you? Does this look like vision? It doesn't look like vision to me, guys. Ah, yes. I love this dark basement we're in.
All right.
I
Well,
hope no sexy vampires come kill me.
Restart your computer because according to My screen, if you'd like to come and look at it, looking from your point of view, it does have you having vision. All right. So I need to do a wisdom saving throw for her. Is that correct? Wisdom saving throw?
Yep, that's
All right.
correct.
A 23.
Good God. You're a bitch.
Well, she keeps rolling well, which is odd. Let's make sure that. Hold on one sec. Yeah, I did get it. I got a 23 before and a 22 this time. Let me roll directly from her character sheet. It is not. Yep. So, yeah, she's rolled well the last 2 times. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
It happens.
Yeah, I fixed it, guys. I can see. Just in case anyone was worried.
All right. Corbus. So she is making her attack. It is a multi-attack. The first is going to be with her claw. A 10 does not hit. And she goes in for a bite.
The fuck,
the bite
dude?
does.
You cheating? I think you cheat.
I am not cheating. I promise you. All right. So 20 points. Or excuse me.
Are you fucking serious?
She just gets no. She doesn't have advantage on the attack, so she has 6 points of piercing damage and 10 points of necrotic.
Holy shit!
All right, and then for the rest of her movement, she moves up the wall and is on the ceiling at this location. And Corbus, you would have the opportunity for an opportunity attack.
Yeah. And just for my reference, how high is the ceiling?
The ceiling is a 10-foot ceiling.
Cool.
All right, and so spear attack doing 3 points of damage. And as you stab it in and hit, you feel like it did not do as much damage as you would have expected. It hit solid that 3 points, but it barely seems to scratch her. All right, but Corbus, it is now your turn.
Okay, let's see here. Verify something.
She does let you know before she moved away that you are incredibly tasty. I don't want to actually do it in character because it would feel like sexual harassment.
Olivia just yelled from the bathroom, "Oh, she wants him," just so y'all know what you missed.
I was still 15 feet away. Okay. Well, I was there. Like that fucking hurt. What? Why does it keep bringing up my token settings? All right, let me check the range on this. She's got some pretty decent decks, but fuck this bitch. Actually, Fairy Fire.
Fairy Fire. So a dex saving throw.
The dex.
11, so she does not make it this time. Finally, she decided not to make a saving throw. It must be because I stopped cheating. That's what it was.
Yep.
All right, so she is now
That's a
illuminated with bright fairy fire, giving advantage on attacks against her. And doesn't it also keep her from being able to hide then?
Can't benefit from
Can't benefit from
being
being
invisible.
Yeah, if you can't benefit from being invisible, I doubt that you can hide very well.
I mean, it depends on how big of an item she's hiding behind, and it's dark, so.
Right, she'd have to. Yeah, definitely.
Creature sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius.
All right. All right, that is your turn. Anything else that you have to do?
Nope.
Alexander, you can now see a target.
Hey now. What is it? I mean, it's some sort of a monster. Can I make a fucking...
Oh, sorry. Let me go ahead and I don't believe that I showed you. Yes, I have something for this. So she is covered in dirt and grime as she has been down here. You can see that if you're looking at her while she is moving around up on top of there, that she seems to have adventuring type of clothing on, some leather protective leggings that would keep brambles and boots and things like that out. But she is covered in filth, as if she's crawled out of a grave.
Fantastic.
And hasn't been washed up since. There is not a well around this
She looks like
area.
she just crawled out of a well from the ring.
Right, yeah.
You've identified where the graphic has come from. I should have inverted it, though. I should have had it upside down so that way she was crawling on the ceiling instead.
All right, I'm just refamiliarizing myself with spells. Balls. I mean, as soon as I see her, I'm going to move here.
Alrighty. And she is on the 10-foot ceiling, but your weapon is still going to be able to reach easily.
All right, we'll take a swing and see what happens.
All right, a 17 hits. All right, and as you smack her for 9 bludgeoning damage, it feels when you hit her that that you've hit something solid. But when you roll that divine smite damage,
so that's extra damage is 2d8. So does that make it 3d8 or 4d8?
3d8.
Is she undead?
Yes.
Since it's 4d8, because undead it's an extra 1d8.
No. So it's 2d8 for your regular divine
okay.
smite. So go ahead and roll 3d8 for that extra damage.
Is there any spell bonus to that?
No, it's just 3d8.
Okay.
So if yep. So 13 points of damage. So for a moment down here in the undercroft, it becomes like daylight as this divine energy that is white and blinding but also warm strikes the creature, and she goes ballistic. And falls off of the ceiling and is writhing on the ground. It burns! Father, they're hurting me! They're hurting me! I didn't do anything! I didn't do anything! And she curls up in a ball. And for a moment, you see a crying, screaming girl who's, although having a bad temper tantrum, does seem to be very much a scared girl that is approximately 17.
Ooh,
Did you have a bonus action that you wanted to take?
I do. Channel Divinity, Harness Divine Power.
All right. That's to regain a spell slot?
Yep.
All right. So, what does it look like when you are harnessing? Is there something that you're using as a focus when you do that?
Well, I've got my Medallion of Torm.
Okay.
So it's come down, smite, and as she is, as the essentially the beam of divine light comes down and burns her, I hold the Torm, holy symbol of Torm. Go beyond, and open my eyes, and we're ready for the next one.
All right. So she is writhing and crying on the ground. You hear Donovich from up above. Please, I can save her. I can save her.
Then come down here and do it before I am forced to do that again.
All right. So you
and
hear
then I will
the
also
sound.
tell my compatriots. Do I know that strike didn't do anything? Am I familiar enough now?
It's not that it did not do anything. It just didn't seem to do as much.
Okay.
She has resistance, not invulnerability.
Okay.
Yeah, she ain't the bear.
All right. So
that's
Freya,
a good thing.
Yes.
You're up next. You can hear the sound of the chains being taken off of the door.
Ooh. Okay, I feel bad, I'm not gonna lie. I do feel bad. I'm gonna try and hit her though.
Okay.
So.
I have a question.
Huh.
There was a silver short sword that was found by Bruce. I believe that Bruce had given it to you. Is that in your inventory?
I have a short sword. Yes.
But
I already had a short sword.
But the silvered short sword, is that?
No. Not that I know.
All right, let me see if it's in the list of loot. The silvered short sword is currently on Bruce's person.
Is it?
Can I?
All right.
Oh yeah.
Can I grab that from Bruce?
No, it's mine.
I feel like I need it.
So, yeah, it would be. You could try to grab it from Bruce as a action, if you wanted to, but that's going to use up your attack.
I know, that's what I don't want to do. I'm gonna grab it anyways.
Okay. So, Bruce, if you're trying to keep a hold of it, she's going to either do a athletics or a acrobatics check to see if she can grab it from you, and you're going to do a contested roll with either athletics or acrobatics.
Are you gonna try and stop me?
Yeah.
You're a booty hole.
Nuh-uh. You have to close your bedroom door. I can hear myself, you dummy.
All right, make your rolls. All right, so Olivia got a 17. And Freya, what do you have? A 21. So you now have the silver sword in your hand.
Okay, cool. No bonus action. I will just stand there at the ready.
All right. You would be able to. Okay. There is the option to hide. There is the option to hide.
Yeah, I'll hide.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make your stealth check.
Okay.
So did you just take the silver sword from me while we're fighting a vampire? And then you went to go hide? Are you
You
dead
didn't
ass?
even know you had it. You didn't even know you had it.
I'm just,
All
that's
right,
a really...
Bruce, you're up.
I'm just going to shoot at her. Because that's
Which
all I
one?
have now. My short bow?
We light this thing on fire?
Yep, absolutely could.
Don't
All
we
right,
have some of that
so-
shit left from the house?
You do. It's
Like flame arrows?
it's in the it's in the bag of holding which Dow has, and for some reason he was feeling ill and wasn't going to go with you. All right, so 5 points of piercing damage.
Fuck.
All right, and I am doing half with the greater and rounding up. All right, Bruce, any bonus actions?
Yeah, I'm freaking out about the priest up there. What's this guy doing? I'm gonna yell up at him. And I'm gonna be like, what do you mean you can heal her? You know this girl? How long has she been down here?
She's my daughter.
She's your daughter? Why didn't
She
you
is
come and
my
get help?
daughter. And that's about as much as he's able to communicate in his state of distress. But he has now opened the door and is at the top of the stairs. There is that divider right there, but you can see the light that comes down as he starts to clomp down the stairs, muttering, "Please, please, I don't, my daughter."
Keep this man in the hair.
And it is her turn. And she is curled up in a ball, just weeping. Why is everyone hurting me? What did I do, Father? Daddy! 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 Corbus, your turn.
How hurt is she looking?
It's tough to tell with her curled up. You can go ahead and do a perception check.
Is this going to be an action?
It is not, no.
Okay.
But it is with disadvantage since he's curled up into a ball, and there's Alexander standing between her and you haven't been really close to her during damage. So with a 10, yeah, no, you did. No, what I'm saying is because she's not close to you right now, right? Like if Alexander was trying to do it, I'd say with advantage. But she definitely took the most amount of damage from that divine smite, and other things have chiseled away at her, but you don't see gashes in her arms or like a limb off or anything like that.
Okay.
And there is the smell of blood, but you're not sure. But there's blood smell.
It's probably mine.
Here a lot. That's possible, yes. All right.
Because that's aggravating.
It is. Yeah, you're not able to heal from it. And if she would have actually done that crit, I think that you would have died.
Oh, yeah, I would have. But I'm still down to 11 max hit points right now because of the necrotic damage.
All right. So what's the plan then? What are you doing for your action and
Uh,
your bonus action and movement?
the corpse is more than a little irritated,
Okay.
so he reaches into his bag of bolts and screws and nuts and whatnot, grabs 3 of them, throws them in the air.
Nice.
Magic missile. All right. So how much damage does she take?
10.
10 points of damage. All
Mhm.
right. And as those magic missiles are coming in, you see her from her position suddenly lurch out and come in for a bite at Alexander as her prepared action. She does 7 points of piercing damage and 5 points of necrotic damage to you, Alexander, and takes her 7 points of damage.
£10. It's 1d4 plus 1 for each missile.
Got it. All right. Anything else that you're doing at this time?
No, I don't have anything else. It's bonus action.
All right. And as she was taking a bite of you and releases her bite, she says, "Oh, the holy ones taste spicy." And what are you doing, Alexander?
Smacking her again. I was gonna play nice, but where does the light coming down the stairs? Where does it start?
This light coming down the stairs starts here, and there's a divider here. That is, it's actually a railing, so you can see Donovich coming down the stairs. I don't know if you can you see him?
Yeah, I
Or
can
can't
see
you?
him.
Because
I
okay,
mean,
good.
because the light coming down the stairs isn't, because it was still
It's just
daylight. You said when we got here, right?
right. So it's the open door. Yes.
Yep.
It's the open door of daylight. Yeah, it would be daylight. Yeah, but it is a thin shaft of it. Yeah, because it's through the windows of the church and through the and then being filtered down
Sure.
through here.
And she's
There's
staying
not
in
a
that
lot of
corner right
windows,
there.
and there's no windows actually in that room. So it the only thing, it's more light than the darkness is.
My question was just if I can get her to move, is there a chance I can get her into a beam of daylight? If she's a vampire, she'll take damage.
Correct.
So, all right. Well, I'm going to attack. Fuck.
All right, a 13 does not hit.
Bardic Inspiration,
Yeah.
which is what, a D6?
Yeah, I think that's what I saw.
Yep.
$15 hit before.
15?
15 hits.
Sick.
If it meets, it beats.
The fuck?
All right, guys, who's peeing?
All right, so the 11.
Good God. I am not rolling worth a holy crap.
It would be nicer if you rolled more holy.
That is correct.
All right.
But
oh wait.
Given where I'm standing, if I needed to, my attempt is with that crusher feat is I'm attempting to smack her 5 feet out of this corner into a beam of light.
Got it.
Heard that loud and clear. Heard that loud and clear.
Is he frozen? Can you guys still hear me?
He's frozen.
I can hear you.
Cool.
My computer just went into airplane mode for no reason.
Sounds like you need to get 2 new computers then.
2 new computers for sure.
Yeah,
Go
Can I
fund me and
be
sending it
connected
in
to
the
my
chat.
freaking... All right. Hello?
yeah.
Hello. All right. So we are back in the
Hell.
game. All right.
Hell below.
Hell to the blow. All right. So that was the end of Alexander's turn. You're trying to knock her into the daylight. You knock her
Yep.
back. I'm going to because there's that railing there, you're like knocking her up. It moves her 5 feet. It's not gonna, the 5 feet isn't gonna get her over that railing.
Well, is there, like I said, if I had to move here to swing, I'm trying to knock her that direction.
Back this direction.
Yeah.
All right. So the light that comes through, go ahead and do a perception check.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
So you've knocked her more into the light, but just like the torch light, it doesn't seem to be burning her the way that you want it to.
Yep, got it.
All right. Freya, you are up.
Okay, I have
say
a
something
question.
before you go, Freya?
No. What?
What is the peeing noise in the background? What is that? Can everyone else hear that?
Okay, so with your perception check, you are able to identify that it is starting to rain outside.
No. Okay.
That's
And
wonderful.
this is odd because when you were coming in, it did not look like it was that you didn't see like lightning and things like that in the distance or storm clouds coming in. That may be because of the fog. You don't really know the weather patterns of this area yet, but it does seem to be starting to rain outside, and you do now see flashes through the hole or through the spaces of the boards above you, flashes of lightning.
No, we pissed
All
off a
right.
druid.
Yeah, that's possible. All right, Freya.
Okay, here's my question. Hypothetically, is the chain that was holding the door shut silver as well?
The chain, when you were coming down, I would say that your passive perception has a keen eye for things of value as your background of being a street urchin. You notice silver fairly quickly. It did not look silver.
Damn. Okay. Well, I was gonna try and like just tie her up or something, keep her alive. But I'm gonna try and hit her instead.
The chain is long enough that you'd be able to chain her up. It's just a question of
Will it hold?
how well. Yep, that's the only question.
Yeah. Can I hit her from where I'm at? Can I like?
You can move up and hit her. Yes.
Okay, I'll move up and hit her with the silver short sword.
All right, go ahead and do that.
Do I just roll for my regular short sword?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, 23 hits. You did not say though that you were using steady aim. You're not close enough to her right now. So you do the 9 points of piercing damage. You do need to make sure that you're declaring those things that are going to give you your
Advantage.
attack damage. Yep.
Even though
Right.
is that even though she did hide last time?
Oh wait, she was hidden last time.
Yeah.
That's true.
Boom. Up. All right. So from your stealth position, you sneak up from behind Bruce, who makes a swipe toward you for the sword, but can't see you because you're stealthily moving back and forth in the shadows, and stab up with her. You'd also have advantage because there's a enemy within 5 feet, so don't let the DM bully you. All right.
Yeah.
So as you stab in, you've watched other people stabbing, and the silvered blade as you're coming in seems to have the same effect that their non-silvered weapons had. It still feels like you're hitting a piece of stone. It does chip away at her, but the silvered sword does not have a beneficial effect. All right. Any bonus actions, or
Can I hide again?
you can go ahead and roll your stealth.
Where's my stealth at? Where'd it go? There we go. Ooh.
And as you are trying to dip away, you watch her look you in the eye and go, "I see you." I like to play those kind of games too. I'm better at them. All right. I'm
My
double
turn.
checking my ruling on the. Yeah, I just wanted to double check. All right.
So even though it was still less damage, did the smite have similar effect, or is she still not curled up in a ball?
She is still been curled up into a. When she came and lurched at you for the bite, she had kind of come up into her crouch that you that she enjoys doing, looking like the girl from The Ring, and is now in that crouched kind of position, but seems to be feeling the damage and the onslaught of weapons, even though semi-resistant. She's taking quite a beating. All right, Bruce, you are up.
Can I just say something really fast?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know in My Hero Academia when All Might becomes a teacher and he slams the door open and he like screams whenever he comes to class? That is exactly like the whole class like jumps. That's exactly how I feel whenever Matt unmutes me talks. He's so loud in my ears and I feel like he's just like announced himself like All Might. Anyway.
Okay, now.
Yeah, but what's up, bud? What's up, bud?
Now back to what you're doing. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna turn to the what is it, priest? To the priest. I'm gonna say, "What's your daughter's name? What's your daughter's name?"
Her name is Doru. Doru.
Doru. Okay. How long has she been like this?
He's still trying to navigate the stairs, and you can tell that he has difficulty just navigating the stairs. Being able to conduct a conversation while going down the stairs is difficult for him. We only have 6 seconds for this interaction. So he tells you that her name is Doru, and then stammers to try to finish the rest of his sentence.
Is healing word a whole action?
Healing word, I believe, is a bonus action, but you'd have to look at your character sheet for that.
Well,
spells, healing word, bonus action, correct.
yippee! Okay. I'm gonna shoot at her.
Okay. A 10 does not hit.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do some healing word on the priest. And I'm gonna say, if you think that your daughter is still in there, then you need to be stronger and get down.
All right. And so there is, you had noticed that he had a wound before, a bandaged hand and a limp in his leg. And he now moves a little bit quicker and gives you a nod and a thank you, and comes and covers up Doru, and is sobbing over the top of her. My daughter, my daughter. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh. And she is also crying. You can hear her.
Ew. I'm so sorry.
Everybody upstairs.
Yeah.
And with advantage that she has, she does 11 points of damage to Priest.
We're
And-
Pops?
Oh, yes. He is plump and delicious, and he is still on top of her. And you notice that the crying noises were actually her sucking his life force away. And
We should probably leave.
she thanks her father for the extra hit points.
That's my point.
All right, so that is her first attack. Her second attack is going to be at Freya. Does a 17 hit Freya? All right, you take 8 slashing damage, and go ahead and do a DC 10 either athletics check or dexterity save in order to, because she's trying to grab at you while she does it. And failing, she has you grappled, which means that your movement is 0 and she has a hold of your ankle.
Does that mean she doesn't take the damage, though?
No, she still takes the damage. Oh, instead of taking the damage. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see that. Thank you very much. I wanted her to take the damage and be grappled.
I know.
That's so
But-
rude. Thank you. It's the second time. that you
Is
have-
does let's see. Since that was an attack, would interception do anything since she didn't take any damage?
Yeah, I would say that with the interception that you're able to improve the amount of her athletics check. That you'd be essentially doing like a bardic inspiration for her athletics check of getting away.
You mean roll the D10 then?
Yep. All right, and so with 3 extra plus your proficiency bonus, right?
Yep.
Which is a +2.
Yep.
That
So
gets her
+5.
to that gets her to meet the DC. So she is grappled, and you come in with your cabo and smack her hand away, and she is now free to be able to move. That was her action, and her bonus action. She is going to go ahead and take her movement now, and she vaults over using 10 feet of movement to
Oh fuck.
disappear out the door.
I thought about that too. I thought about the fact that he was coming down the stairs and that the door was going to be open, and I didn't say anything. And I should have.
Wait, so Daddy's dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's out in the town.
Damn!
And we lost one of our healers.
In the moments that you're making that realization, you hear Courage barking.
You son of a bitch.
Can I sprint? I'm
I'm
sprinting.
gonna go into
I'm
another
running.
chat and say something, Nick. Don't make me do it.
I'm
All
running
right,
up
so
the stairs to go
as
find the
you're-
dog.
as you're running up the stairs and you come into this this, and you pop out into this room here. You see that
This room.
he is a good puppers. Although he is standing still at the door and is barking, looking this direction, barking.
You didn't bring any torches with us, did you? Or is my screen just black for another reason?
It may be because you're stuck in a wall. Let me try to move you. Does that help?
Thanks, man. No. No, it's still black.
We're out of the dark. Can we turn the regular lighting back on?
Yep. Turning it back on. Hold on one second. Thank you.
So, Vampire Lady's not coming after Courage right now?
No. Courage is barking at the direction that she went.
Okay. I'm going to start moving that way.
Freya, as you come up, then Courage moves to this position and is now barking toward the north.
Okay.
All right.
We're out of here.
We're just gonna follow the dogs in. Can I give Broom the silver sword back?
So,
because that was useless to me.
So, as you continue to look off that direction, although the dog is barking, there is 1,000 different places that she could have gone in that direction. She could have gone toward this house over here. She could have run up into the cemetery, and the dog seems confused as to which direction it did go. She didn't go, and she is using.
He needs to figure it out.
Even with dash, her movement should only be about 60 feet, shouldn't it?
All right. So would you like to see if Courage can assist you in trying to find her?
Yep.
All right. So go ahead and make a perception check with advantage.
Like that?
Yes. So a 13. A 13. See if she critically does not meet her stealth check. I'm going to move the party's token. All right. If someone else wants to do you can go ahead and all do perception checks trying to figure out where it is that she's gone. She didn't roll very well for her stealth check, so. All right. At least with Freya with a 19, you are able to see in the you hear and see, even though it's raining, a iron gate for the cemetery swinging that is not moving because of the wind. It is obviously the direction that she went, but that would have disappeared round behind the back of the church. Are you following her?
Yes, I'm following her. Close pursuit.
I'll follow Freya.
Let me see how far we can all zoom in on this. So
that's your church.
We don't have a map of the graveyard, so we're going to need to do some theater of the mind. We're still in the turn order, and so we'll go ahead and continue with Corbus. You can go ahead and do a perception check to see if you can spot her. She's not able to do another stealth roll, so it's just a 15 that you are trying to make, and when you do, you'd be able to then take a action
Bardic
against her.
Inspiration.
So, Bardic Inspiration. Bardic Inspiration is going to go ahead and allow you to see her for a moment. She is at a distance of of, we'll say, 20 feet at this time.
3 more magic missiles headed our way.
3 magic missiles. All right, go ahead and roll that beautiful beam footage damage.
Total of 9.
All right, 9 points of damage. Let me find her token here real quick. Hold on. All right, -9. All right, you hear her scream out in pain as these magic missiles come in. You're able to see them land for a moment, and as she dips down. But this gives you, Alexander, advantage on your roll for your perception to be able to see her now.
All right.
And like I said, she is 20 feet away, so you would be able to sprint up to her and attempt to engage her. I'm writing down 20. All right, your perception check, 16. You are able to spot her and start to make are you going to run up to her and try to smack her, or do you have a ranged attack that you're making?
I was going to ask what it would take for me to bless the water in my water skin.
That is ceremony, and it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Okay.
And it requires a pinch of $25 worth of silver, or 25 gold worth of silver.
Interesting. All right, yeah, we'll move up and attack.
No, we could have just had the priest blessed it, but he had to go ahead and kill himself to save his daughter. You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's fair. All right, 16 hits. 7 bludgeoning damage to herself.
I'm rolling ones like it's going out of style tonight. Jesus Christ, Manili.
All right, so she is running, and you run up behind her and smack her as she is dipping and diving behind a headstone. And this also gives advantage for Freya to be able to spot her as well, since you were able to land a hit. Freya, it is. Or do you have any bonus actions? I'm sorry, Matt.
No, I am fresh out of bonus actions.
All right, so Freya, you have advantage on your perception check. She rolled under your passive perception, so you are able to spot her without having to do a perception roll. Go ahead and make your attack. You can either sprint up, you could either move up to her, or you could do a ranged attack.
Could I sneak up on her?
You would have to use your uncanny, or as a bonus action, you could hide and do sneak attack. Oh no,
Okay.
friggin'! Actually, yeah, Alexander's within 5 feet of her, so yes, you have the ability to. Your sneak attack damage will work.
Okay. Now I want to hit her with my short sword then. Oh, wait.
All right, so you are using 20 feet of movement to move up to her in order to hit her.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead. All right, a 14 does not hit. One of the things, though, that you do notice, it is raining hard currently, and hard enough that it seems to be. She seems to be sizzling a little bit. You notice that, Alexander, as close as you are, and so do you, Freya. All right, Bruce, you're up.
Alexander, do you think it's worth for me to give you invisibility right now? Because it says that a creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends.
Or until I make an attack.
Yeah.
So no.
Because he's going to attack.
Okay.
Bruce, you can do that to yourself, which is how you've used it usually.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think that's the way to go right now.
I think
All
it's a good idea.
What? To be
Make
invisible?
yourself invisible. Yeah, just until
But
your
it's
next
also
attack.
okay. Then
Just do some
You don't
damage.
know what you want to do yet.
Yep.
Okay. It says I'm level 2. Is that right for invisibility?
It's a level 2 spell, but that was given to you by being by Shadow Touch.
Okay, and then also I'm gonna. Who's the lowest HP wise right now?
That would be me.
Okay.
Corvus. And
Feel like
then
all fucked up.
yeah.
But because of the necrotic, my max is currently 11.
My hit points somehow went up. Did you mess with
because I didn't mean to up your hit points. Maybe we just
I hadn't taken them away yet.
Right, but I had to put them back because you didn't take the damage.
I know, I didn't take the damage off at all. So you gave me extra hit points.
Why are you?
I must have accidentally given you extra. Yep, adjust it as needed. All right.
I don't know what it was before.
So 5 points of healing to
Corvus.
To Corvus.
My short king.
All right, and then are you making any movement?
Yeah.
Are you moving up closer to her? Okay.
Yeah.
So
getting as close as possible.
With your invisibility, got it. All right.
Checking out how she's looking.
All right. So it is now her turn. And she seems re-energized when it's her time. And she makes 60 feet of movement. So both Freya and Alexander are able to make an opportunity attack. One of those opportunity attacks could be an attempt to grapple. And if you both attempt to do it, then whoever it is that takes the lead on it would have advantage. That is one of the options that you have. You're muted, Matt.
Oh, yeah. Like, what the fuck do we do when we get a hold of her? Unless we can hold... Is she still sizzling?
She does seem to be... that the rain as it was pounding down did seem to have a little bit of sizzle to it. The rain is starting to let up.
All right, I'm just going to attack.
All right. All right, 22 hits, 11 points of damage. All right. That hurt. All right. Freya, take your opportunity attack.
I want to stab her.
Okay,
And I get advantage, right? With
correct.
okay.
A 12 does not hit.
Oh no.
All right. So she makes her 60 feet of movement. So she is now 80 feet away, but she has not had the ability to stealth. So she is still now able to be seen as she is making her movement away from the party. If there is anybody that has attacks that can be done within 80 feet, they can go ahead and do them. Corvus, you're up first to do that.
Okay. Well, that's not what I want to put. What the fuck? I gotta find it.
She does seem to be limping a bit, but not in any way that actually affects her movement. All right, 2 points of damage.
Fire damage.
Yeah. All right. Any bonus actions?
Nope.
All right. Alexander, do you have a ranged attack?
Yeah. I can move up and huck a javelin at her.
All right. What's the range on a javelin?
A javelin thrown 120 feet.
All right, and so it's going to be at disadvantage outside of 30. So go ahead and chuck your javelin at disadvantage. Lucky motherfucker. Outstanding.
I mean, I got to get it once in a while.
Well,
And
it's not going to matter in this case, but if it's been less than a minute, still Fairy Fire's still up, so they'd have advantage, so to cancel out.
yep, you're right. All right, so a 25 definitely hits. Thank you for the reminder of the fairy fire. All right, and Freya, you're up.
I'm gonna shoot her with an arrow.
Absolutely, you're going to shoot her with an arrow.
Do I have advantage?
You have advantage for the fairy fire that was just remembered.
That was just remembered.
And you are within 80 feet, so yes, you actually have advantage. It doesn't just cancel it out.
Sweet.
And I'll continue my movement that way too as I...
Understood that we're continuing in hot pursuit.
Yep.
And with your 14, 28, so you, and we'll just say that out of habit, you are always looking at it. You just lick, pull, boom, and 80 feet away, this arrow slicing through the droplets of water as they come down, lightning flashes in the air at the same time that the arrow hits its mark, and she flops over the top of that chain or that fencing that she was about to try to hop over and is not moving.
Can I say a
She
cool
has
line
been-
like Alex does after?
You go ahead.
Okay, okay, cool.
You just took her down.
So who's buying me a drink now?
I got you.
I will.
All right, we have an issue though. It's Bruce's turn. Bruce, you are invisible. You were able to make your 30 feet of movement. That means that she is within 50 feet now. Anything that you are doing, are you going to dash, which is an option, which means that you can move an additional 30 feet and get yourself within 20 feet of her, or what is it that you're doing?
Can I throw the silver sword at her?
Not from.
Hold
30
on,
feet.
Nick. You said she was 80 feet from us,
She was 80 feet, so you would.
but she was 20 feet from us. We closed the distance to attack, and then she moved 60 feet.
Correct. So you would have been. So
So we would have been 60 feet from her.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. but Bruce hadn't moved up yet. Bruce
Okay.
has now moved up within
Right on.
60
Okay.
feet of her.
But I was
And
moving while I was invisible, wasn't I? That was the whole point of being
Yes.
invisible, was to get as close to her as possible.
got it. So since I can't do that math in my head, we will say that that Bruce, you are able to have moved up near her before she starts her turn.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take. I don't think that you put the Elise gave me back my sword.
Okay.
What Freya did.
All right. So you are now standing over the top of her. What are you doing?
I want to stab her in the chest with my sword, my silver sword.
All right. You stab her in the chest, and you are stabbing. Has Bruce stabbed dead bodies before?
Yeah.
You stab into a dead body. You had not tried to hit her before, but it goes in. You had seen that their weapons had difficulty damaging her. This sword slides in as if it is a regular body. Everybody else
That's good.
is also able to move up. Dead
I'm a
body.
little
We are out of the turn
concerned
order.
about how this looks. The priest dead and the priest's daughter also.
We've just
With
her
her
vampire.
with her dead body though, it's not like she reverts at all. She still
You
has
can
giant
tell.
fangs.
Okay.
She
Sure.
still has giant fangs
So-
and a distorted face.
I'm gonna put my maul, put my kanabo on my back, draw my katana, say a prayer, and cut her head off.
All right. Do we want to see if it's cleaner, or if we want to see if it takes multiple hits?
I
If
mean,
it's
that's up
if you
to
don't
you,
care
isn't it?
one way or another, but we'll say with a whack or two, you are able to cleanly lop off her head. So it takes 2 hits, right? First one, I mean, you haven't cut off a lot of people's heads. You bashed them in, but you have recently acquired your father's sword. It's like, okay, this is a lot harder than Dad made it look. And you
First one was practice.
but you have been able to remove her head, and now have it. What is the plan of action now? We're not index.
Well, can I do some sort of a history check to see if I remember if my father told me anything about disposing of vampire bodies?
Okay, go ahead and do an Arcana check. Everybody can go ahead and do an Arcana check, actually.
Cool.
How much rain is
My
happening?
guess is fire.
The rain has started to lift, and it started to lift as she expired, and now has. All right, so if you want to go ahead and do your Arcana check too, Corbus, are you disposing of Are you firebolting the body essentially?
Yep.
All right.
I'm just dropping bolts and nuts that are like red hot. It's like, okay, light this bitch up.
All right.
So do we then figure out that we burn it? Is that what we're saying?
Burning the body, yeah, or he's attempting to start to burn the body.
No, I'm saying
so,
like, did my 20 get me enough information to remember?
Yep,
how
I'm
to
going
do
to
this?
tell you what some of the
sorry.
things that you now remember. So things that you spotted during the fight that come to mind, that remind you of stories that you had heard of monsters that your father told and that other warriors in the village told. Well, that that these undead spawn are different than vampires. vampires have actually taken the blood of their master, which gives them additional power, but it takes away from that master. The vampire spawn is one that has been drained of life by a vampire bite, and then interned in the ground, and when they rise, they are a vampire spawn that is under the control of whatever vampire created them. Other things that are that that vampires are able to regenerate some of their vitality through the drawing of blood, and can actually can heal themselves through that drawing of blood, and have a natural healing ability, and now understand too why your bludgeoning weapon did not do as much, that they are resistant to anything that's non-magical. But silver doesn't do it the way that it does for werewolves. Hey, at least we didn't burn down the building.
Yet.
All right, so that's some of the and that they can crawl on the walls and crawl on the ceiling. And the best way to dispose of the body is sunlight. And the other piece of it is that the ability to that divine magic seems to interrupt some of their abilities. There's still some disagreement on exactly how that works, how much it affects them.
All right, well, light it up.
All right, so with being able to cast that every 6 seconds, you are able to burn up her body fairly quickly. Or how much are you trying to make it indistinguishable ash? Because she's in smoldering pieces right now. Are you continuing to just pulverize her body until it is nothing?
Remember what I did to the death house? Yeah, that.
Got it. All right. It also, though, has drawn some attention, and Ismark is running up, and you notice something different about Ismark. He is wearing full splint armor and is carrying a longsword, and comes running up with
he's gonna get eaten.
two other individuals that are carrying pikes, and they look scared as fuck. Ismark actually does look quite courageous, and he's like, What is going on?
So I forget the name of the priest. The priest somehow allowed his daughter to be turned into a vampire spawn. We stopped after we vanquished the blacksmith's house, and we dealt with the priest's daughter as a vampire spawn, not before she ate him.
All right, go ahead and do a persuasion roll at disadvantage.
But he has a vampire head.
And I
are you showing the vampire head? All right, with advantage.
Wait, we can't show the vampire head because he set it
cut
on
it off.
fire.
He burned the body. I had the head.
He burned the body. He has the head. All right, so
okay.
persuasion check with advantage.
All of us?
Nope, just so you notice that Ismark is having this cognitive dissonance that is happening inside of him, as he's like, there's no such thing as, and you can hear the men that are with him, vampire, and Ismark can't deny that there are fangs coming out, and her face is frozen in the snarl that she had when she was fighting you in the undercroft of the church. He says, Okay, tell me everything.
Everything.
Yeah, that's some role playing I want to see.
Oh, okay, fair.
No, that's
We vanquished the
Bardic
zombies from the
inspiration.
blacksmith's house, and I will be purifying the town's water in the morning. We made our way to the church to speak with Father. He seemed distraught at the service, and we thought it right to tell him that we were able to cure the other kid. And we entered the church and we found him thrashing himself in penance. We went into the basement and found this abomination, which I am told was the priest's daughter. Not before he came down the steps and was eaten by her himself. We chased her through the graveyard, and by the grace of Torm, her arrow true struck the beast down. Everything.
You're welcome.
He says, I would like to go and see this place myself and see the body, and he walks into the church and is shocked in seeing the disarray and says, Father Donovich, what kind of secrets were you keeping? Looking around, seeing the devastation, Father Donovich had told us that there was repairs being done on the church and that there had been wolf attacks. This is
He
not.
was feeding the townspeople to his daughter in the basement.
And rodents.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I think God sat this one out. It's a good thing we're here.
I was literally gonna say that.
We're gone now.
I've seen The Punisher too many times.
Father Donovan would attend to the sick, and those that were old he was bringing here. He goes down into the undercroft and looks at Father Donovan and goes through some of his stuff and removes the sigil that he's wearing, which is the symbol of the Morning Lord, and also finds a note.
That's evil.
That's so bad.
Uber Eats.
Finds a note on Father Donovan
DoorDash.
that is penned in a feminine quill.
You mean good
penmanship.
handwriting?
Yep,
Anyways.
exactly.
True.
Father, you always say that the problem with this world is that no one ever does anything to help others. Well, I am your daughter, and you taught me better. I am a daughter of the Morning Lord, and I am going to let my light shine. Gertruda went to Ravenloft Castle. Her mother is crazy, and she ran away. And Gertruda is just as crazy as her mother and should not be going alone. And I'm going to go and find her and bring her back to her mother. I am born for a life of adventure. I know how to defend myself. I am good with a bow, and I will remember everything you taught me. I love you, and let the light of the Morning Lord shine forth from our hearts to make these dreary days brighter. Be strong and courageous. Your loving daughter, Doru.
And I feel bad for killing her. I feel real bad for killing her. But
You didn't kill her. The beast in that castle killed her.
Yeah,
which
she was
makes
dead.
me think that's where we need to go.
I think we need to.
We should go to that castle.
We should rest. We should
Well,
gain our
yes,
strength.
yeah. But
Perhaps
eventually,
yes.
Ismark comes up to you, Freya, and says, "You actually remind me a lot of Doru. Be careful with that."
you don't have to speak so loudly. Lower your voice. lower your voice.
I will have my men start to clean up, but it is getting close to the sun going down. It would be better for us to be in our homes. The vampire are not allowed to come into a home once it has been blessed without the permission of the one whose home it is. And then suddenly the realization that they don't have now a priest.
They have a cleric. Maybe that's what our friend has been doing while we've been doing this, is blessing our house.
Yes, but who will bless the other houses? I will need to send word to St. Andros to request another priest in Vlaki to come.
We will do what we can.
Let us.
God is with us.
Yes, the morning Lord has shined on us. If one of my men would have discovered this, as opposed to the four of you, this would have turned out much differently. If she would have escaped, those of us who are not husks would have been drained dry until we were husks. We owe you a debt of gratitude. And I do not know how it is that we are going to be able to repay you, but I will talk with my sister and we will try to figure something out. Thank you.
We will speak in the morning. We have much to speak of. Payment is not necessary, so we will not speak of that.
All right.
I have a question though. We were going to stay in the blacksmith's house, right?
Correct.
The owner died though.
Correct.
Can we still bless the house and be safe?
I recommend that you attempt to do that for sure.
Well, that's what
Okay, cool.
what I just kind of wink, wink, nudge said. Maybe that's what Dow was doing while we were kicking in the church door.
Yeah.
Or could have been one of the many things that Dow did while we were.
Guy was out running errands.
Exactly.
Doing a chore list.
All right, so
Dow before leaving is like, so what kind of shampoo do you get? Alexander's like, oh, the 3-in-1, and Dow's like, oh God, no.
So yes, Dow does have
so accurate.
Dow does have ritual casting as a cleric, so he is able to do the ceremony as a ritual, and does have the ability to bless the house. And
I actually have access to ceremony also, if that's the.
But you don't have ritual casting, so you would have to do a long rest in order to
get it back,
get access to it. Yep. So he does it. As an hour-long action, and is able to bless. He seems, though, very, again, distracted, but is able to find some comfort in a familiar task to him, and says that he's very tired and needs to go to bed. But the thing is that while you are moving back to the house, there is something that happens before that. Go ahead and do a perception check.
I have ritual casting too.
I don't know that you have access to the spell ceremony. All right.
No.
All right, good deal. Okay, you rolled twice. Why not? All right, so
I didn't mean to. My computer glitched.
So Bruce is walking with Freya, and they're likely both arguing about what the heck was the deal with taking my sword. Is that a fair conversation that's happening while moving back? Yeah. All right. So there's a little bit of that tiff going back and forth. But Bruce, you stop as you are, and you're like pointing backwards to the way you came down the road from the church, and spot down here at the end a woman with a cart that is outside of a home, and you swear that you just watched her put a maybe 8-year-old, maybe a 6-year-old into a bag.
What?
You
A
watched
child?
her put a child into a bag. Now,
Where is she?
to be fair, you're not quite sure because the woman is standing there talking to the mother and a mother and a father in the doorway, right? But you saw like an arm come up and she just kind of pushed the head back into the sack and is cinching it up. It is
Cool.
difficult to see, but it was with disadvantage and you were still able to spot it.
Cool.
Did I see it as well?
She points it out to you. You didn't see. You just see that. Yeah, there's a woman down there with a cart that's talking to somebody, and you had actually maybe even seen her before. She sells pastries.
Did any of you eat those pastries?
Are we going down Sweeney Todd route now, or what?
What's Sweeney Todd?
For real?
No.
I keep walking. I'm like focused on sleep.
I've completely turned around
I'm clanking down the
around?
street.
and am staring at
All right.
this lady.
Okay. She looks over at you and sees that you're watching and gives you a wave.
And I'm chasing her down now. After the wave, I'm suspicious.
No. I'm gonna hold Freya back for a second. I'm gonna go, ma'am, did you have a child in your bag? What was that? Is that a little boy? How old? You know what I mean? I'm gonna call her out.
And she does not say anything back. She just waves you forward and is concluding her business with her customers there at the
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to her.
I'm gonna walk over to her with her too.
All right.
And I was like, I'll be right back. Me and Freya are gonna go talk to this lady. I think
About what?
I want to put my hand on the hilt of my sword like I'm one of those like police officers that kind of just walk around.
I think I saw her. She just has some suspicious behavior over here.
It's getting dark. We should bed down soon.
So she now is close enough to you to be able to, and she's moving fairly slow. Children, it is getting dark. You should be in your homes.
Yeah, we know that. He just told me that.
Why's she calling us children?
Man, why are you creepy?
She looks around, and what thing you notice is that most of the people in this town have a little bit of a creepy vibe to them, and she just smiles in a creepy way.
Can I snatch her bag from her?
I love it.
You're not close enough yet to be able to do that.
We should head home.
Okay.
And I can't though. Like I feel.
No, because are you stronger than Alexander?
No, but I don't
Okay,
think
then
that
let's
we
go.
should ignore
Let's go.
it.
Let's go. And he's cranky.
Is it known to Corbus and Alexander that there's possibly a kid in a bag?
That has not been made known to them yet. You might want to do that.
Can I disclose that? She put a kid in her bag. This lady's stuffing children in her knapsack.
What did you see? What exactly did you see?
I didn't see it.
Okay, so you saw nothing.
Shoving head into a bag, and then arm goes next, and then she ties the bag off.
Like that's you saw a child's head.
Well, I think so. Yeah.
Are you certain?
No.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
How close are we?
She's moving closer to you. And
Divine
so,
sense.
hold on. What's divine sense? You can go ahead and do so.
Yep.
Yeah, she's glowing.
She's glowing.
Yeah, there is definitely something evil about this woman, and she's moving closer to you.
Oh my goodness.
You're
Okay.
not
In
moving.
the bag, I just
You're,
kind of look at myself and go,
you're not moving closer to her.
Can-
She's moving closer to you.
Can we tell her to stop? I'm gonna tell her to stop.
Numb's not going in a bag. Numb's not going in a bag.
I have 11 hit points and no smites.
Come
I'm
over
not
here,
s-
children.
I'm gonna
Numb
shoot
ain't
her.
going in a bag.
Bruce, I'm gonna need you to back up. We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
back
show.
up. We're gonna start backing up.
I'm gonna draw, and I'm gonna let go.
Oh, we're in trouble.
Here we go.
Hold on 1 second. Let me check something real quick. All right.
So is she down?
Is she down to what? Clown?
She get hit.
In our
That
current
top
state,
right
we are
there,
gonna
that's
get
God
stuffed
stopping
in
you.
bags.
That's God.
Everyone, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god, I'm so scared.
Me
This
too,
is not
baby.
the character for a wisdom
Me too.
saving throw.
Lord. Oh, thank God. Oh,
Go.
oh,
Nope.
Okay.
oh no.
All right. So for Olivia and Corbus. Bruce. Yes, Bruce and Corbus. You both watch as from behind from down. So she's down here by the tavern, walking still toward you, and right here at the corner, you watch as an undead vampire giant steps out from behind the house.
Whole
And
lot of
is
no
now
dashing to the blacksmith house.
We should
starting
go.
to make a movement. Alexander, you don't see this, but you do watch as the woman disappears and just her cart is there.
All right. Well,
Understand, Bruce and Corbus. This giant is absolutely 100% coming to kill you.
Oh, I'm beating feet.
You're beating feet, all right?
Oh, absolutely. Dash
Bruce?
gone.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna just turn to Freya and I'm like, do you see that? Do you see that? Do we
Do I
fight
see
this
it?
or do we?
Hold on 1 second.
Do you,
Let me make
do
sure
I
that-
see it? Do you see the humongous vampire walking towards us?
No. I don't know.
Actually, no, you don't get to. Actually, for Corbus and for Bruce,
We can't talk about it.
Can't run.
and I apologize for doing this to you, but I'm just trying to save everybody's life. You take 26 points of psychic
I'm
damage.
sorry.
Down.
Of psychic damage?
Of
Y'all
psychic
are
damage, and that is
crazy now.
so.
Okay.
Both you watch both Olivia or both Bruce and Corbus become suddenly incredibly frightened and clam up and fall dead.
Dead?
I'm
Dead.
at 1. I'm at 1.
By taking 26 damage?
I had temporary from Alexander.
No, those would have worn off. There was no temporary hit points
Dead
that you would have,
ass?
so you are dead.
Like dead? Like
If
Hey,
anybody
remember
has the
earlier when
ability to heal
Alexander
them,
was like, "Hey, let's go to bed," and I said no. Let's go talk to this lady. Yeah.
can we rewind it?
you have it. Like
Get
you
her
guys
back
have
time.
you guys have like a healing potion or something like that with you, don't you?
I do.
I don't. Wait,
Yeah.
maybe.
Do you have any?
I had one in my bag. It's in
You
my
do,
bag right
Bruce?
now.
Can I take it out of Bruce's bag?
All right.
Like they just collapse.
They just collapse dead, and you're all standing over the top of them.
I would be
Or
picking them
Bruce.
up and dragging them.
Yeah,
and,
that's what I
and
was saying. I've been
moving.
picking him up and running.
We're
Right.
moving.
So you're picking up, you're moving, you're dragging. That is
I
the
don't know if I
last
have to-
thing.
I don't want to do
That
that.
puts us
I
into
changed-
death saves
I changed my
territory.
mind.
Got it. All right. So go ahead and start to make your death saves, and we'll say that within 2
Like how
death
much can I
saves.
carry?
Yep, I would say that you're able to carry both Bruce and Corbus for sure. All right, so 1 death save down. All right, and then you're still.
Are you
And
fucking serious?
all right, Corbus
Suck
or
like
Olivia or Bruce, go ahead and make your other death save.
I have to do 2.
Yeah, so 1 you've got a save so far, and you've got and now you are with Dow. You walk into the blacksmith's home, and Dow is laying on the bed and is asleep. I'm guessing there's a lot of clamor and waking him up.
And healing potion. And
Looking for a healing potion in the bag of holding? Or do you have a healing potion
unless
on
we,
you?
I don't have
I
one on
have
my
one
sheet.
on.
now.
We
Unless
have
we
Who has
can,
one
wait,
on?
can we wake Dow up and have him heal them, or do we need to expend healing potions? That's all I'm asking.
You're not able to wake Dow up.
Okay, well, healing potions it is.
What's
All
wrong
right.
with that?
So you are able to find. Well, you don't know. You're fucking dead. So we'll find out here in a second. So Freya, you see that Dow's not waking up, but his eyes are open, and his eyes are not actually Dow's eyes. They are a swirling gray, almost like mercury moving inside of his own head.
What is he like? Have hysteria?
No, he seems to be in some type of either a trance but you're not thinking shit's going so badly right now. I don't know that you have positive thoughts about what exactly is happening to him.
No, I don't.
All right, so Alexander, go ahead and do an athletics check for how quickly you're able to move and get the healing potion, and who is it that you are choosing to give it to. Freya, go ahead and do either an athletics or a acrobatics check for how fast you're able to also get a healing potion. And we'll say whoever it is that does better gets theirs first, and then we'll find out. I would say that Freya, you're probably going for Bruise.
Yep.
And with that, then, all right. Olivia, go ahead and make 1 additional death saving throw.
Well, she passed her last one.
She did.
Yeah, you still got to make 3 successes.
Oh, do you?
We're rolling that.
She's still got to make 3
that's right.
successes. All right.
Or roll-
So
yeah, okay.
both Corbus and Bruise have made 2 death saving throws.
Well, then I would.
So
Like I
you
said,
are
my
able-
if Freya's healing Bruise, then I would be obviously healing Corbus.
Right. So you are now starting to pour down the healing potions into their mouths. The last thing that Bruce and Corbus saw before falling to the ground was this behemoth stepping out with giant fangs ready to kill you, and it shocked you so much that you immediately dropped to the ground. And Bruce, actually, one thing that you heard right before you fell to the ground was also a crowd of people screaming out, "Thief! Thief!" And you fell through the ground. And as you both fell through the ground, your bodies swung back up, and you are standing alone inside of a temple where you see these glowing crystalline sarcophaguses that are lined up 8 on each side of the walls. It doesn't take you very long to realize that you've seen this pattern of 8 on each side with 16 in total, and start to hear words that your mind registers as having heard before. And in unison, all 18 of these voices are chanting, "Feed me, free me, I will grant you immortality. Feed me,
Don't go into the light.
free me." And you can feel as this is chanted over and over again, you are moving closer to one of the sarcophaguses, and you can see inside of this crystalline structure this dark mass writhing around inside of this glowing crystal, large gem-like coffin almost. And as you are about to take that last step to be able to touch that crystal sarcophagus in front of you, the one that you were pulled toward of the 18, suddenly you wake up, both of you, coughing and sputtering as red viscous liquid is coming out of your mouth, and you see Freya and Alexander standing over the top of you.
Freya is not one to sob, but is sobbing.
Weak.
Can I hit Bruce? No,
Get
I
off the
won't.
counter!
I actually
off.
will hit Bruce,
All right, so go ahead
but
and
in
make
a loving way.
No, go ahead and make an attack. Go ahead and make an attack
Oh,
roll. It's
no,
only
no,
gonna do.
not like a-
It's only gonna do 1 point of damage.
Okay.
You gotta
I
I
roll
want to
your
see if you actually hit.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah, I
What-
wake up spitting blood and I'm like, we bitch.
What do I
And
roll
just
an attack in
back
athletics?
smack across the face.
Do I roll
Well, let's go ahead and
athletics?
find out. Let's find out how many hit points. Okay, so she's got 7 hit points.
I got
And
7 hit
Corbus-
points.
Yep, you have 5 hit points now.
You gave us quite a start, old friend. What happened?
Big, angry. I'm guessing not real.
Like
Giant vampire.
big, like for you, or big for me?
It was humongous. It was humongous.
I mean, that's a fair point. Pretty much
Yeah.
anything for me is big. So, but yeah, big.
Bruce, go ahead and put your phantasmal spell in the chat.
1 second. Where is it, buddy? Oh, here.
And rather than having you roll an Arcana check, I'm just going to tell you that this is something that it seems like as you remember the feeling, and as you remember that they didn't see it, but you both did, that this feels a lot like a illusion spell, but much higher. And whatever the fuck created it is something terrifying.
So I'm making them see it right now.
No. What you have is that information, and you could say that you're relaying that, like, hey, I have a spell that does this, and I think that that's something that we encountered. But this one actually does damage directly to the individual.
Yikes.
So it kind of.
I'm like, guys, just died, saw God, I'm back. Alexander's like, yikes. Big deal. That's funny.
I'm gonna continue to sob, I think.
All right. So we continue to sob. Things start to calm down. Is there questions and conversations that do need to continue to happen? Like, we can do it out of RP of just like what kind of concerns or questions are there? Yes.
Why were people yelling thief? Is that...
I'm guessing it with your parents.
I was thinking that's like I was getting really bad PTSD about it.
It was
that
like a
what it
light
was?
flash before your eyes moment.
So what I could ask you is, what is your deepest, darkest fear? What is Bruce's deepest, darkest fear? Corbus, you remember also, as you were feeling this pain in your head, that you realized that you were completely unarmored, and so were all of your friends. And you were facing down this giant, undead abomination. Bruce, you also remember that Freya was dead, and the reason that she was dead was because it was your fault.
Oh, that's my biggest fear too.
These are all things that happened in an instant as you felt this shocking pain go through your brain. So, it also takes you a few minutes to remember too, oh shit, there was a kid.
I think we need to make sure to be in
real?
by dark next time.
Yeah, but was that kid real? Was it an illusion to lure us, or was it like something that actually took place?
Yeah, it was quite possibly
I
something
go
that
to
actually
sleep,
took
place.
Maybe not by their choice,
perhaps Dow will be better in the
that
morning.
thing was.
We'll rest and hope that Dow is.
That's another concern, is that Dow during this entire, he is still, and although you look, listen, feel, there is breath happening. It is like he is in a trance, yes. Stasis.
Interesting.
I think we leave him alone.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. You are able to get not sleep, not very much sleep because of everything that has happened. Go ahead and do, and for I failed to mention this too. For Bruce and for Corbus, you will need to reduce your sanity score by 3 points.
Oh,
damn.
That was for going down. That was for going down to 0 hit points, and then that was for failing 2 death saving throws.
Well, I failed 2. She didn't.
Didn't she?
No, she had an 18.
Yeah, she had. No, she had to do she had to do a third check because the dexterity, the DC for her being able to get a healing potion in time was 15, and Freya got a 12. So Alexander beat it, so he was able to get you a healing potion before you had to make another. But Bruce had to take 1 more. So both of you did take those 3 points of sanity check. And at this time, go ahead and roll your sanity in order to see whether you get sleep Go ahead.
My stuff's loading.
All right. I can reduce it for you if you would like.
Yeah, if you'd reduce it. I wouldn't roll it though. I want that throw.
I got you. All right.
We rolling this as a sanity save, or
Yep. So if you just click on the word sanity, it will pull up, or you can do it as a sanity save. Either way.
Okay. What's -1 -4?
So Corbus, you saved.
Or -3? Let's all do some math together.
What's what?
Is
It would
that
be -4,
-1?
but wait, what?
-1
No.
-3 is -4, Dad.
No. That -3 is based on what your score is. Just like your 18 charisma gives you a +4 to charisma. Okay. All right. So you're looking for a 10 or better.
I love sleep.
Freya, are you going to make that saving throw like everybody else?
Oh! I didn't know that we had to do it.
Yep.
All right, I'll watch.
All right. So, it is a restless night of sleep, but for Bruce, yeah, exactly. For Bruce, you are assaulted by dreams that you are not that same feeling of not being able to get there in time for saving somebody, for not being able to be strong enough, smart enough, quick enough to be able to get there in time. And the one that keeps happening over and over again is the memory of you being responsible for your parents' death. And that if you just would have been strong enough, that you would have been able to protect them and keep them from being killed. Or also, if you would have been able to not take things that weren't yours, they would still be alive. And this feeling of dread may come up the next time that you want to take something out of a home. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right. So we'll look at what the wording is going to be, but you may have now a flaw of taking things equals people dying type of a thing. Got it?
Yeah.
All right. So everybody is able to take a long rest. You can go ahead and update your sheets accordingly.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out how many hit points that I had before you added extra earlier.
Okay, so if you look at your sheet, it's going to say your maximum hit points are 18. So I had upped it by 4 accidentally, and your temporary hit points should be gone. Those were given by Dow, and those only last for a minute.
So I should be at 18 then?
Yep, you're at 18 right now because the damage that you were about to take did not happen.
Yep.
All right. In the morning, we're going to finish up with this. In the morning, Dow is still not up. In examining him, you do see that his eye sockets or his eyeballs look as if they have that same thick boiling mist that you see on the outskirts of Barovia, the entire land. That you can see a circle of it in the horizon. That is not a natural mist, but it seems to be almost like he has snow globes of mist for eyeballs right now. Shaking him is not effective. You could try doing damage. Would you like to do that?
No, not me, personally.
All right.
I'll stab him through the chest. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I'll give him a couple slaps in the face. I'll be like,
All right.
"Ow, come on, man."
You would have to do it hard enough in order to be able to do at least 1 hit point of damage.
Okay.
Because otherwise, all right, you give him a good smack.
Yep.
He dies. No, I'm just joking. You're still sorry, you're still having a dream.
My heart dropped.
No, what instead happens is his eyes suddenly clear and he jumps up. And he's like,
Good morning, sunshine.
Oh, great heavens.
and he says, well, he'll do the opening for the next session when we meet next week. And he will tell you what kind of a journey he has been on.
Oh,
And
yippee.
for at least 2 of the party, it may sound familiar. All right.
All right.
The question that should come up is: we just defeated a
Vampire.
2 things.
Vampire spawn.
Do we get to level up?
Yes.
Yes,
The
we
answer
do.
is no. No, we do not.
Are you so for real right now?
I am so for real right now.
Yeah, but
You
that's the
better
thing.
sleep
So
with one eye
you asked
open.
us the question. We didn't ask you the question, so we said the answer is yes.
Yes.
All right,
All
so
right,
everyone go ahead and
so-
level up. Level 4, guys. Yeah.
Well done, everybody.
The time that you will be level 4 is when you are no longer in the village of Barovia. When you hit the road, you will be level 4. So if you
I've
can,
decided to listen to Alexander more. Things I have learned. Because that was scary.
those are all kinds of
nervous.
conversations that can happen. Nope. Because the thing is, Matt as a player had learned, oh shit, I just went into another encounter area. I missed the save point. Fuck. We're in another encounter.
That's why-
Shit.
For a minute, I was like, maybe I should listen because he was going
Me
like
too.
dad mode with the
I
Alexander
thought
All
for
Might
a
kind of thing
second.
going on.
I thought about it for a second, and then I
But
was
I was
like,
listening to Freya, and I was
child-
like, maybe
the
it's
child-
okay.
No, to be fair, you were also playing your characters, and he was struggling against playing his characters as well. You saw a child get stuffed into a sack. Like, you don't want to be the kind of person that's like, let's make sure we get a long rest in before we go and investigate an old lady with a...
But that's also why once that came up, I wanted to make sure exactly what happened. Because I'm not going to go up and smack an old lady and then it's like a turnip and 2 carrots in her bag.
I would still smack the old lady.
I know.
Don't be suspicious.
Only take what you need, bitch.
What are you
like
putting
87?
vegetables in your basket at this hour for?
Yeah.
I don't
We're
know.
from out of town, so keep that in mind too.
Yeah,
So
they're
we'll
all
also-
weird.
We'll also say
Yeah, I'm charming
that
and sexy.
we'll also say that right before you went to bed, Irina did come and visit you to make sure that you're okay and bring you
What an angel.
bring you some stew for dinner after she had heard what had happened, and you can ask her some questions if you had some.
I mean, I think we didn't, even get to our thought of going and talking to them to begin with. And now that we have had this encounter with the vampire, and now that we've convinced what's his name that there are vampires, like, we need the whole download. They need to see the note. They need to see the bag of gold. Like, this is we need all the information. We need your holy water. We need your stakes. We need all the information you have about the legends of vampires in this area. We need all the fucking information now, because I'm not walking into another house and having something I've never fucking seen before do that again.
Yeah. And we need someone in the town to know.
And we need, frankly, we need magic. We need magic weapons, but we've got Corvus for that.
So she is rubbing the head of Dow sitting on the side of his bed while all of you are just peppering her with this happened, and then this happened, and what the fuck, and she's just taking it all in. My brother does not believe in vampires, which
He does
In
after
my-
tonight, I promise
Yeah,
you,
he
Dad.
does.
he will forget in the morning. He has seen things like this before, and it is almost as if his brain will not keep the information.
It's a good thing I kept
I
the
have-
head.
Oh my god! Can you please put that down?
Sure.
I
Can we
actually
mount
knew
it?
her.
In the wall.
She was a friend of mine.
Oh. we're still
She
in
was
Central.
I
not.
love her.
Your friend was dead before she became this.
If I held up a head of your dead relative or your dead friend and said, that's not your dead relative, would you take it the same way?
Yes,
Yes.
I would.
No, I'm gonna be real. Yeah, I'd be real mad.
I have just found out tonight that one of my childhood friends became an undead monster and was killing people that I know in this village. There are only 500 people in this village. I know every single one of them. So yes, it is a little traumatic to show me that head. You are a good man. I know that you have had a traumatic experience. The information that I have, I will give you as much as I can tonight so that hopefully you can get a good sleep, which one of you doesn't. But the information that I will give you is limited. It is folklore and it is hearsay, but I will give you what I know to be true. There are people in this land that think of Strad von Zarovich as a lordly king who lives immortal and is their benefactor. The large majority of the people consider him a devil. But in times of need and in times of danger, Strad von Zarovich has been the devil that we needed. There were times you are not the only thing that comes through the mist and gets trapped in our lands. We have had masses of pirates that showed up without a ship, confused, but they still knew how to be pirates. And they went through our land doing god-awful things. But in the morning, the story goes that outside of the village of Valaki, there was a tree that had 19 men strung up as if it were the festival of the solstice decorations, and they had been hung there by Strahd. He does protect, he is a king, but he is undead. I believe that to be true. The other thing that I believe to be true is that he is calling me to go to him at Castle Ravenloft. I see it in my dreams that I cannot understand, dreams of light and dreams of darkness that consume me, where I watch. Oh, dreams are so confusing. I watch him kill someone that I love more than life itself. I see him kill my lover. And yet, when I wake up, I do not know the man's name. I do not know his face, but I know that Strahd has killed him. And when I try to talk to my brother, one of the few individuals who actually has an immortal soul, He does not believe me. And who am I going to talk to? One of those that walks around just a husk? My brother is one of the few people that I can talk to, and I cannot talk to him about these things because his mind is somehow closed off to the idea of the supernatural. And what is funny about that is the only thing that I can think of is that it is a supernatural cause that creates it.
Mm-hmm.
And I still, though, see his love shine through when he wants me to go to become a nun at St. Andrew's. Because he knows deep inside of him that hallowed ground is a place of protection from the undead and the vampire, that they cannot be even invited into these places, that they will erupt into fire if they step foot on these holy grounds. And that's why he wants me to go there to live. He cannot speak it.
How was the vampire spawn under the church then?
Because it wasn't consecrated.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What's consecrated mean?
I have only
Blessed.
heard a little bit of this story, but there are ways
So we'll need
to taint.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You are a holy man, yes.
No, I was going to say we'll need to make sure that we bless the church for your town, so that way, because it was not consecrated when we had to do what
They
we
will
had
want
to do.
the village will want it to be someone who is a cleric and a priest of the morning Lord. I would personally like you to go in and to bless it. But the only way that it is consecrated, like the most powerful saint that we have is Saint Andrew. He and his bones are buried under the abbey, and this is what keeps that ground hallowed. It does not need to be blessed for just a moment. It continues to be blessed and hallowed ground. Our church did not have such saints, and from what my brother said, those graves have been desecrated, and also evil acts done on hallowed ground by holy people will remove the blessing. And I cannot help but think that, and I know that this is foolish and a foolish girl, but that's what my brother tells me, but that this is all somehow being done in order to leave me so alone that... Have you ever heard the man at the tavern who realizes that the woman told him that she would not go home with him if he were the last man on earth, and so he waits until he is the last man at that tavern? That he actively seeks to bully and undermine everyone else around this woman in order to be able to isolate her and make her alone, to make her weak, so that she has no choice but to go to this man? Have you seen this where you come from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good work.
I am not some naive little bitch that is going to go to this man just because my world is crumbling around me. I am strong. I am wise. And I see what he is doing. Or I'm insane. Which one do you think is true? Am I insane, or do you think that this is deliberate? That these
No.
are actions being taken for a
It
purpose?
is absolutely deliberate.
I think you might be a little
This
crazy.
is-
too.
This is evil.
Are you making a joke? I can't tell. Are you making a joke? I can't tell.
No.
No, we're serious.
Oh, you think I might be crazy? Okay, well,
No,
that's fair.
No, that's not what we meant, babe.
What the fuck
I-
is going on with Corbus over here? He's got fucking lightning launchers
I was
and fucking thunder gauntlets and shit. Did you fucking level up? You're not leveling up.
I didn't level up. I got a long rest. Arcane armor.
What a jerk.
Boy, that would have been nice to have, wouldn't it have?
Yeah, that's why I was like, man, I need one more long rest. We'll be good.
Well, you know what? It wouldn't have helped against that fucking giant.
No.
All right,
Because
guys.
he wasn't there.
All
3
right,
hour
that's
marker.
it for tonight. Yep, we
Peace
are
out.
at a close.
It's my bedtime.
And then Bruce smacks Dow, and Dow shoots up in the morning and is ready to tell his tale. And that
Yippee!
is
All
the
right,
end.
bye, guys. Love you.
Bye.
Hard eyes.